Mapletail here. Welcome to Rants and Draws, the series where I talk about warriors and, well, draw. Today we're taking a look at the preview for the upcoming book in the Warrior Cats series, A Starless Clan, Star. And we're drawing my squad's Baldur's Gate 3 OCs using the Art Fright prompt list because I want the achievement for my Art Fright profile. The prompt I'm focusing on is Tarot, bit of a sequel to a drawing I did for last year's Cat Timber. Let's get into it. We start off with the prologue. It's a splash star POV. Ugh. Reading his thoughts is unpleasant at best. After grabbing a fish right out of Hairlight's jaws, he catches a glimpse of a familiar pale brown tail and is filled with fear. Ah, a nightmare. That explains why Hairlight appears still to be alive. Splashtail begs to wake up, and when we see Curlfeather, I understand why. She looks as though the dogs had just finished tearing her apart. Her pelt is bloodied and torn, an ear missing, half her face ripped open so badly that the wound reached from her mouth to her eye, giving her a permanent and horrifying sneer. Horrible! Curlfeather sees Riverclan for the disaster that it is, while Splashtail insists that things are going great, and that he will take control of all the clans before long. How very original. Curlfeather clearly thinks very little of Splashtail and his plans, as she should, and tells him that his own clan doesn't even like him, naming Duskfur, Mothwing, Icewing, and Hairlight in particular. Okay, so this prologue does take place before the end of Wind. Interesting. We get more horrifying descriptions of Curlfeather's wounds. Cannot wait to see the art. Oh my god. And she tells him that he ruined everything by murdering her. Yeah, I have to agree. She would have done a far better job than he is in taking over. Quote, "I would have led Riverclan into a golden dawn, not a bloody sunset." Yes. I love that she was rooting for his downfall. Oh, so I mean fair. He did kill her, and nearly her kit too. Unfortunately, she shared a bit too much in naming those cats earlier. Now I understand why they in particular were targeted. Chapter 1, Nightheart. We're jumping right into it. He, Sunbeam, and Frostpaw are still watching Riverclan just after Hairlight's murder. Ah, right, and Berryheart is there too, supporting the false Riverclan leader as deputy. Our cats sneak away to look for Icewing, Mothwing, and Duskfur. They can't decide on where to look, so they split up to cover more ground. Nightheart searched to the Greenleaf two-leg place. He surprisingly chose the right spot, as he finds the Riverclan cats. They share a bit about Splashtail's ruthless battle training as we learn of Mothwing's infected wound from when she was used as target practice. Awful. Nightheart shares the news of Hairlight's death in return. He distracts the nearby two-legs and dogs while the Riverclan cats get to safety. Chapter 2, Sunbeam. Our cats regrouped and spent the night in the forest, planning to head to Shadowclan camp today. Mothwing is very sick, so they better get to it. There's a lot of debate if that's actually the best plan, with all the tension between the clans. They decide to send Sunbeam on ahead to make sure that Tigerstar would even accept them before having Mothwing make the trek. I can't imagine him turning away cats who once were sheltered in ShadowClan, but sure, okay. A patrolling Warpelt and Pouncestep lead her to camp, and Pouncestep tells Sunbeam a bit about what she's missed, like Cinnamon Tail's kits who keep needing to be rescued from trees. Unfortunately, Tigerstar isn't in camp. He's been called away to discuss Whistlepaw's vision from Ivypool's art, which I just reviewed last week. Thankfully, the warriors of ShadowClan are relatively happy to help. Snaketooth grabbing Marigold and Cloverfoot agreeing to shelter the Riverclan cats. It was honestly really nice to see. ShadowClan is pretty consistently near the bottom of my list of favorite clans, but they definitely have their moments, and coming together to help Mothwing and the others was a good one. They all make it to camp, but tensions are still high as the cats wait for Tigerstar's return. Frostpaw is, rightfully, upset that her clanmates waited so long to act that Splashtail was able to gain power and kill her former mentor. It's good that they see Splashtail for who he really is now, but so much suffering could have been averted if Frostpaw had been taken seriously with her warnings. Chapter 3, Frostpaw. And she's going through it, angry at everyone, including herself, for the current situation. Tigerstar finally returns and is brought up to speed, and he shares Whistlepaw's vision. Frostpaw is pretty upset that it seems to have nothing to do with the Riverclan situation. Yeah, that must feel like a pretty huge betrayal from StarClan, who has already done so little to help. But if you've read Ivypool's Heart, we know it actually is somehow related. Hopefully we'll learn exactly how in this book. Icewing volunteers to represent Riverclan on Whistlepaw's journey, and has some kind words for the panicking Frostpaw, telling her that she has complete faith in the younger cat. She will bring back the true Riverclan. I mean, I think so too, and the sentiment is lovely, but poor Frostpaw. The crushing weight of everything is always on her shoulders. Also, Tigerstar saying that Icewing will surely be back in a few days is absolutely hysterical. The travel of Ivypool's heart felt like it dragged on for ages. There is no way she'll be back in anywhere near a few days. So Berryheart enters the camp, saying that Riverclan has turned on Splashtail and driven him out. What? And she says she helped? What is happening? She also says the camp is destroyed with many injured. If Berryheart of all cats wasn't on Splashtail's side for this supposed battle, then who the hell was? I'm so confused. Also, Berryheart seems shockingly loyal to the clan she's just barely joined, and says it's because they took her in. But wasn't it Splashtail that let her in, really? Why would she turn on him so quickly? Damn, I can't believe we don't get to witness what happened. It would probably clear some things up. Or, it feels odd on purpose. I have a strong feeling this could also be a trap. They run into Gorseclaw, who says Splashtail has escaped. Alone, it sounds like. Even more odd if the battle was really as bad as it sounds. Are we really meant to believe he fought against all of Riverclan and caused so much harm? The group splits up. Puddleshine to the camp, and the warriors to track down Splashtail. Frostpaw in the latter group, wanting to see Splashtail captured with her own eyes. Berryheart and Gorseclaw start trailing behind. It really is a trap, isn't it? Frostpaw and the ShadowClan cats are ambushed by Riverclan. I knew it. Too good to be true. And on a log bridge over water, where they would be at a huge disadvantage. It's awful to see the Riverclan cats pull something like this for Splashtail. I don't care how scared they are, he is one cat. Thankfully, Frostpaw is able to help the ShadowClan cats who fell in the water during the battle. The chapter and the preview ends with the Riverclan cats blocking the bridge, trapping Frostpaw and the ShadowClan cats on the island. What a way to end. Thanks for watching. What an action-packed and suspenseful preview. Definitely makes me want to read on. I'm especially curious to see exactly what Splashtail is planning. Surely such a bold attack will only cause the other clans to come to ShadowClan's aid. But to be honest, I don't really trust many of them to act after how things have gone so far this arc. But we'll see. Maybe this will finally be the breaking point. One can dream. If you've given this preview a read, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you next Thursday.